Okay, so here are some left-hand pointers about this chord melody arrangement of Alabama Jubilee. So it starts out this C chord, walks down to that A, same shape, just moving it down. This is, I don't know if you're familiar with this terminology, but this is a 1-6-2-5 progression, which is very common in jazz and things like that. It's the same as Salty Dog Blues, like G-E-A-D. Well, in the key of C, it's C-A-D-G. And then this has a couple of extra things too. But anyway, so you'll see that because it's hard to tell what some of the left-hand positions are from the tab, but the A7 on the first line, that's just this A, but then you're also barring with the index finger on the first two strings to make it a seventh, but you're alternately putting down and picking up the little finger. So that's what's happening there. And then that D7 shape that we talked about the other day. And then there's kind of that scale harmonizing stuff we were talking about. That happens in the beginning of the third line when you go into the G. And go up to that G7 shape, the two-note thing. That's at frets 12 and 10. That's toward the end of the third line. And then it walks back down to that G. Okay, and then you've got. So this is the C second measure of the fourth line. You're just doing this C chord, although it's only the first and third strings of it, backing it up a fret, and then going back and hitting it at the correct fret again. And that's a C6. So just bar the first three here at the fifth fret. Reach up with your little finger. Okay. And then it kind of starts over with the A again. Now, so this is the next to the last line on the first page. Instead of going to a D7 again, this time it goes to a D minor. And what's happening there is the chord is really just a D minor, but the way I play it, you're pivoting back and forth between a D minor and an A7. So it's okay. So you're starting with this D minor. Okay. Middle finger on the third fret of the fourth string. Index finger on the second fret of the third string. Ring finger on the third fret of the second string. Then you let that go and come back here and get middle finger on the second fret of the fourth string, open third, and ring finger on the second fret of the second string, which is an A7. So it's, and then go back to the D minor. Then you hit that A7, which is just the first two bars of the second fret, along with the open third. That D minor. Okay. Back to the A, back to the D minor. Okay. And then it goes. Then it goes to this A7. That's near the end of the next to the last line. Then you're at that D minor. That takes you into the beginning of the last line. And then you got this octave thing walking up. You're walking up from this C to this C, but we're just doing the first and fourth string, so it's right. And then you got E7, and then bar, a tenth for the F chord, back to C. That takes us to the beginning of the second page. And then the ending is, I'll just play it. Okay. What's happening there is we start at this D7 that we've done before. Then we reach up to the 9th fret, first string, with our little finger. Then you have to do a super quick shift to that D7, okay, take that D chord, make it a 7th by barring the first 2 strings at the 10th fret. But we're only doing the top 3 strings. So it's okay, and that's a chord shape you might not have done before. Got index finger on the 10th fret of the 3rd string, ring finger on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, and little finger on the 14th fret of the 1st string. And that actually is I labeled it a G7, which it kind of is, but it's really a G13 because it has both a 7 and a 6. Okay, and then just hit that note, 10th fret note, to resolve back to the C. And then this is just this little single string that's based on that C shape. Okay, and then the ending chord is this crazy Sonny Osborne thing. Bar the 2nd fret with your index finger all the way across. Put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Put your little finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string. And that's that crazy, jazzy sounding. It's some flavor of a C. I'll tell you Friday. I've got from now till Friday to figure out what that is. It's a C something. All right. Hope all that helps.